So before we start today's video, y'all have witnessed one of the biggest forms of censorship I personally have ever seen. In my last video, I told you about a brand new American business directory called shoptotheright.com. And moments after my video was published, the site was taken down for a few hours. Well, they beefed up their leftist virus protection and they are again sponsoring this video. Shoptotheright.com is a brand new American-made business listing service that was started by a veteran to connect patriotic Americans with American-owned businesses. So if you're an American business owner, go to their website and claim your listing. And if you're like me who likes to support American-owned businesses, if you're looking to make a purchase online, visit this site first and support your fellow patriots. Let's stop giving our money to large companies who support Antifa, BLM, and radical left groups. With shoptotheright.com, you can find businesses that are aligned with your values and support the real Americans in this nation. Thanks again to shoptotheright.com for sponsoring this video. Sorry everyone, I moved inside. It's too cold out there. And I know I'm gonna get you like Midwest people saying, dude, Texas isn't cold at all. I know. You guys will go out into an ice storm in shorts. We all get it. I just wanted to say to everyone, Merry Christmas. The snowman too says it. What do you say, man? Anyways, while we're partying, while we're having a good time, while we're enjoying the time with our families, something that I like to do is I like to think and pray for the families who are missing somebody, whose dad was overseas and didn't come back, whose dad was a firefighter and didn't make it out of a fire, or whose dad was a police officer and got shot. That's what our show's about today. And if y'all haven't noticed, nothing sets me off more than when police officers are targeted and are shot. So a guy by the name of Kobe Lee Francis was taken into custody for a parole violation. He was searched, he was handcuffed, and he was put in the back seat of a cruiser. Before he was put in the cruiser, the officers confiscated a gun, but didn't find any other weapons. While he was being transported to the station, Francis was very combative and he kicked out a window on the police cruiser. When they arrived at the station, the officer opened up the door and Kobe Lee Francis shot him 3 times, twice in the torso and 1 in the neck. And then he ran off. There's a $15,000 reward on his head for any information that anybody knows about him. But I just want to talk about this situation because it's honestly kind of odd to me. It says that he's 6'2", and it says that he was handcuffed behind his back. So somewhere in the patrol car, he maneuvered those handcuffs to the front of him. Now I'm 6'2", and I'm a pretty big guy. So I don't think I could ever put my feet far enough behind me to where I can get my feet under the cuffs and then slip them in front of me. But he looks like a pretty skinny guy, so maybe he did do that. Now, as far as them not finding the other gun when they searched him, the only thing I can think of is he had a super compact gun and he was hiding it right next to his business or maybe under his business and they just didn't find it. But one of the reasons why I talk about these is because, one, the media doesn't cover them. It covers when police make mistakes, but it doesn't cover when police are victims. It doesn't cover that that family of that police officer is probably spending their Christmas in a hospital. It doesn't cover that. They don't care. And it's sick. And this goes all the way back to defunding the police, AOC. Oh man, we gotta rein these cops in. They're such bad people. What about all the people who target police officers? What are you doing about them? I've said this before, but cops are just like you and me. They bleed, they hurt, they cry, they laugh, they love. They do all the things a normal person does. We need to refund the police. I mean, the government really needs to think about this question. Who wants to be a police officer right now? They're not paid nearly enough. They have a target on their back. They have to hold down crowds who hate them. They can't even give somebody a traffic ticket without getting a mouthful of it. But the point is that in America, we need to get rid of this hate for police. If you think police target you, why don't you look at your surroundings? Look at the people that you hang out with. Do you hang out with people who sell drugs? Do you hang out with people who steal? Do you hang out with people who carry guns illegally? I mean, it's common sense. Cops are trained to look for that stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you're hanging around people and are in those situations where cops are on guard, then yeah, you're gonna be targeted. I just wanna say that I am praying for the family of that officer and for that officer for a full recovery. I just wanna say that we support you. And anybody who knows who this Kobe Lee Francis guy is, is. Help him find him, because he's got to answer for what he did.
2020 sucks. Man, ain't that true? Yeah, we love guns. And America too.
Mount up, poppin' Texas hogs in the chopper, load 'em up. Sun down here, got one option when it's tough. Cowboy up.